Alright, CDL fans, time for another game day, another playoff game day, by the way. It is the August 3rd game day, as a matter of fact. Got the conclusions of all the rest of the game 4's. No team's going to be getting knocked out, but we could have quite a few teams taking a critical 3-1 series lead. That being said, let's get a little sneak peek of all these game 4's happening today and explain the situation that that all these teams are in. So take a look. Well, game 3 went down, and Black Bullet won at it again. Pain in the side of the San Jose Storm. Shinobis took that 2-1 series lead. Here in game 2, I guess the Storm game plan: contain that card, put him down, get him out of the game, of course. Been hard to do all series, but maybe the Storm can be successful today. Of course, Black Bullet won. Ben bringing his A game. We expect no different from him. What will happen in game 4? We'll find out. Of course, when San Francisco like to take a 3-1 series lead back to home turf for games 5 and, if necessary, a game 6. So kind of a crucial game for both teams. San Francisco realizing they have that opportunity, and for San Jose knowing that that's the case, they better at least get the series tied up at 2. Easy to win 1 there, but 2 there might not happen very easily. So Storm really have to rally on really trying to get Black Bullet 1 down. He's kind of just really been the thorn in the Storm side this whole series. So we'll see what happens later on. Let's get into another series. Alright, next series we are going to get into the Buffalo Warriors on the road to take on the Puerto Rico Playas. Game 4 in their best out of 7 series, and we saw Buffalo come to life in Game 3. They got the win in overtime. Both teams, I think, for the most part, played really well. Game went into OT, and for the first time, we finally had a competitive game. Black Lena wasn't able to go that full 9-0 in 3 games, obviously. But nonetheless, good first 2 games for him, and I'm pretty sure he'll be back in shape for Game 4. Of course, Game 3, not as good as a game for him, but really it just came down to a team game, and it was Buffalo coming out on top. So can the Warriors now, on the road here for Game 4, tie this series and maybe take back a tie series back home for Games 5 and 6 here? They got to try doing it on the road, where Puerto Rico's already got 2 shutouts against them. So here in this series, at least. So we'll find out what's going to happen later on. But of course, Puerto Rico and Buffalo, if Game 3 was entertaining, no reason why Game 4 can't be. So we'll see what happens when that one comes up. Let's get a look at another series. Well, folks, one can only wonder where the Nashville Nighthawks defense went in Game 3. They hope to redeem themselves here in Game 4, because that's what it basically came down to. You got such a good defensive squad to get beat 15-5, and no less on home turf. Not the way that Nashville wanted Game 3 to go, and this could be something that really kind of affects I don't know if a toy car can have confidence, but if it could have one, it's definitely got to affect it. They got to be feeling, I would think, if anything, if cars have feelings, Nashville be feeling pretty freaking low after, hey, you know, Pixar made a movie called Cars, okay? Or was it DreamWorks or something? Whatever. Cars have feelings in the movie. But nonetheless, Nashville fell rather easily in Game 3. They look to rebound in Game 4. Of course, Chicago, with home turf, looking to take that 3-1 series lead before having to go back to Nashville for Game 5. So that series is going to be happening in a little bit. Let's get a look at the last series that will be happening today. Alright, the last game that will be happening today, the last preview before we get you down the field for the first game of the day. Tampa Bay Gators, number 8 seed of the East. They got a win in this series. They're down 2-1 against the home team today, the Pittsburgh Destroyers. Destroyers, the number 1 seed of the East, looking to take that big 3-1 series lead. Of course, Tampa Bay looking to tie this whole thing up at 2 games apiece. Tampa Bay kind of blew that chance at home to take that 2-1 series lead for themselves, but here on the road, they hopefully, for their sake, they hopefully can get that 2-2 series tie before going back to Tampa Bay for Game 5 and 6. They will have home turf for the next 2 games, so even with the loss today, at least they got the home field advantage in their backcourt. You know what I mean? They got that going on, but still down 3-1 against the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. It's not going to be an easy thing to come back from. So Tampa Bay really trying to get this series tied up. Main problem that I've been seeing for them in games 2 and 3 is that Tampa Bay really they need their big names to really step up. Enzo 3 and Phantom kind of in between. They have on and off days, but that's consistent with them. They always seem to have those on and off days. But for 47 Ronin and Battle, when they get their opportunity to hit that field and take these cars on, they got to put up longer fights. Pittsburgh is a great team, and they're showing that they're a great team in this series. Even in Game 1, they showed that they were a team ready to compete. I mean, they took it in overtime. But Pittsburgh's been showing as of late that they are worthy of being that number 1 seed, and they're showing their true talent. They're taking down good cars like 47 Ronin and Battle rather quickly. I think they're taking down Battle a little bit easier, though. So, but the thing is you gotta have more stepping up from those 2 cars if Tampa Bay really wants a chance. So, can it happen today, or will Pittsburgh continue their domination? Just like in games 2 and 3. We're about to find out, but that's, of course, going to be the last game of this game day. Coming up first, San Jose Storm taking on the San Francisco Shinobis. Game 4 in their best-of-7 series. Should be fun to watch, so listen to the theme song, and let's get you down on the field. It's another great day for Toy Car Demolition Derby.
Boom, here it is. Now raise your fist, get up on this. It's time to shine, get on your grind. You pick your line, it's smashing time. 4 cars, 1 team on every team to go get them some Crash Bowl wins. From east to west, who do it best? The CDL dog, no contest. Yeah.
Alright, CDL fans, welcome to another game day here on CDL Live. Of course, it's another playoff game day on August 3rd game day to be exact. Quite a few games going on. As a matter of fact, 4 games going on today. The series all close right now. All of them at a 2-1 pace at the moment. First game on tap, the team that has the 2, the San Francisco Shinobis, the number 5 seed of the Western Conference. The team that has just that 1, the San Jose Storm, the 4 seed of the Western Conference. A lot of the guys are Shinobis and Brandon Blackbloods. Storm about to go head-to-head in Game 4 in their best-out-of-7 series. The Storm with home turf, big game for them. They want to tie this series up at 2. They know Games 5 and 6 will be on the road for them. Going to be tough enough to win, period, against the Shinobi squad, who's really stepped up, especially Black Bullet 1, really getting it done lately. We'll see how he does today. Storm got to figure out a way to beat him if they want to win this game. No doubt about it. I mean, come on, he's got the captain spot, so kind of a duh situation. Shinobis, Storm, let's get a look at these lineups, and Game 4 will be underway.
Ninja, is this a movie? Attacking beneath villages where my crew be. What is it like to be a shinobi? My ninjas feel you for your filming. Getsuke.
Okay, here we go. Mach 5-2 out there to start things off against Wasp. Both these cars good defensively. We'll see what happens here. Mach 5-2 staying up. This time he goes down, but an interference going to save him. Wasp seems they have the advantage. He did there, but staying up is Mach 5-2. They'll switch sides here. And Mach 5-2 almost going down again. Both these cars showing some good defense. Wasp really staying stable, and that time an interference, but both cars still up anyway. Still a scoreless game. Oh, still scoreless. Almost wasn't, though. We'll switch sides here. Keep going at it. Both cars still up, and yet again going at it. And this time Mach 5-2 has the flip. 5-0 San Francisco. Out comes 9-17, and 9-17 ties the game up right away. Good offensive work by 9-17 to just get right out there and get the flip. Now he takes on Spectite Jr. An interference called in. Both cars still up anyway. Back to their own sides they go. So tighten on the wheels here. Trying to make sure those wheels stay on. They've been known to pop up in the past. But 9-17 has a good flip there. 10-5. San Jose Storm in the lead. Black Bullet 1, though, is out there now. He's been tough to take down. And an interference. Both cars stay up, but back to their own sides they go. And Black Bullet 1 staying up that time. No interference, they switch sides here. Black Bullet 1 getting the flip there. No interference, clean flip. We are tied at 10. Gratified now out there. Take on Black Bullet 1. Black Bullet 1 so tough to take down. They switch sides cleanly here. And both cars are going to be down. 15-15 game 4 is going into overtime. Black 3 out there for the Shinobis. 48 hours out there for the Storm. And both cars still up. They'll go at it again. And this time, 48 hours has the flip. And in overtime, 20-15 the final. Brandon Blackblood and his San Jose Storm have tied this series up at 2 games apiece. Good win for the Storm. They had to take down Black Bullet 1. They kept the game close. Got it sent into overtime in 48 hours. How Brandon saw that one coming, we'll never know. He had the intuition here, and it paid off for him. 20-15 in overtime. Great game. Game 5 in 2 days' time. San Francisco will have that home turf, though. We'll see what happens then. But until then, we are tied at 2 in this one. Coming up next, the Puerto Rico Playas, the number 3 seed of the East, trying to take that 3-1 series edge and regain that oomph that they had in the first 2 games of the series when they didn't even let Buffalo get a point. Of course, the Warriors coming off a home win in overtime, looking to keep that momentum going in Game 4. What's going to happen? We'll find out next on CDL Live. Stay tuned. Alright, CDL fans, welcome back to this August 3rd game day. And if that first game between the Storm and the Shinobis was any indication of how this whole game day is going to go, we are in for one hell of a ride. The Buffalo Warriors here in Game 4 looking to do what the Storm did in their Game 4. They look to tie this series up. They are, of course, the number 6 seed in the Eastern Conference up against the number 3 seed and the Southeast Division champions, the Puerto Rico Playas. The Playas won twice by shutting out Buffalo in the first 2 games of the series. Of course, Game 1 they ended up losing in OT. So what's going to happen here, we don't quite know, but we're about to find out. Look at the lineups first. We got Gregory Fox's Buffalo Warriors and Alex Johnson's Puerto Rico Playas. Let's get a look at these lines. Okay, here we go. Tyrell starting things off for Buffalo. He'll be out there against Black Star. Game on. And Black Star has a good flip. 5-0 Puerto Rico in the lead. Out comes Pioneer for the Warriors. Puerto Rico with home turf. Now in Game 5 and 6 will be in Buffalo, and both cars are going to be down here. No interference on the play. We got a 10-5 game. Play is in the lead. What now out there for the Buffalo Warriors, and he'll be taking on who from the Puerto Rico Playas. What got the flip on who in the last game? And this time there's an interference. Would have had the flip again there, but who is saved by an interference call. They'll go at it again. Who and what? Going head to head, another interference call, but both cars are still up. Back to their own sides we go. 10-5 the score. And both cars staying up there. Good defense from both cars. Both of them up yet again. What a matchup. Who and what going at it. Two exact models, and this time, who is down? What has the flip on who? And we have a 10-10 game. Black Lena now coming out there for the Puerto Rico Playas to battle against what? And what gives the Warriors a 15-10 lead, looking to tie this series now. What out there against Green Blaze Jr. Green Blaze Jr. and what going head-to-head here. And an interference call there is going to save Green Blaze Jr. So Green Blaze Jr. trying to send this game into overtime, and he does. What goes down, and we are going into OT. Blue Dragon out there for Buffalo, trying to win this game for them and tie this series at 2. Green Blaze Jr. out there for Puerto Rico, looking to get the flip here and give Puerto Rico a 3-1 series lead. Of course, did not go well the last time these two teams went into overtime. We'll see what happens here. They just went into overtime in Game 3, and now in Game 4, we're back in overtime again, and this time it's a different script. The Puerto Rico Playas getting the win. Green Blaze Jr., a good flip for him there, and the Playas take a 3-1 series lead over the Buffalo Warriors. Gregory Fox, look out. Alex is out for revenge as far as that's concerned. I mean, you got to remember that Soldiers Cup Finals. Alex taking it out on the Buffalo Warriors right here. 20-15 in OT. The Playas win Game 4. Game 5 coming up in 2 days, but coming up next, the Nashville Nighthawks, number 7 seeded West, on the road to take on Jim Holtz Seniors, number 2 seeded Central Division champion Chicago Wind Attack. Chicago leads that series 2-1. They'll be looking for the 3-1 edge next on CDL Live. Stay tuned. Well, CDL fans, welcome back. We are halfway through our August 3rd game day, this playoff game day. 4 games a day. It's a steady diet mode. Anyhow, next game on tap for you, we got a Central Division battle. Not only that, it's a playoff battle. The number 7 seeded Nashville Nighthawks on the road to take on their division rivals, the number 2 seed of the Western Conference, the Chicago Wind Attack. Central Division champions, by the way. Nashville ended up short of taking that. And Nico interested in this one, as I guess any CDL fan should be. Chicago currently has a 2-1 series lead. Jim Holtz Seniors Wind Attack looking to wind that gap to 3-1. Of course, the Nighthawks want to go back home in Game 5 with that series tied at 2. So who can get the upper hand in Game 4? We are about to find out. And Niku's ready to find out too. Let's go on ahead and get you a look at the lineups. Okay, here we go. You got to wonder if the cat, right by the field, is going to make an impact. That San Diego Dallas game from earlier in the season. But I forgot, didn't you? But I didn't. Anyways, Orange Chabelle starting things off for the Wind Attack out there against Inferno. Game on. And almost a flip there, but Orange Chabelle up to the task, but he does go down, but so does Inferno. We got a 5-5 game. No fear now out there for the Nighthawks. Taking on Highlight. And Highlight has the flip for the Chicago Wind Attack. 10-5 the score, Chicago in the lead. Extinguished now out there for the Nighthawks, trying to keep them alive in this game. Can he do it? 2 good defensive cars out there at the moment. And Highlight staying up that time, went very close to going down. This time both cars still up after an interference. Still on their own sides. Match continues, and Highlight is down. 10-10 the score. Extinguish and R now going at it. It's a classic when these two are out on the field playing against each other. And an interference call there. Both cars go back to their own sides. Defense prevails when these two are on the field, no doubt about it. Good defense from both sides. Extinguish down. R gives Chicago the 15-10 lead. Casper out there for the Nighthawks. Desperately now trying to force overtime. Every game so far in this game day has gone to overtime. The first two did. Will this one be any different? No, it will not. R goes down, and we are going into overtime. 3 games going into OT here on this August 3rd game day. Every game has gone into overtime, and what a treat it is. Casper out there against Monkey Ball in OT. Casper almost goes down. He got some airtime there, but he stays up. They'll switch sides here. And this time, Monkey Ball has the flip, and the Chicago Wind Attack have the win. 20-15 the final in overtime. The Wind Attack get the win here in Game 4, and they take a 3-1 series lead. Huge win for the Wind Attack and for the Nashville Nighthawks. Game 5 will be at home, and they'll be playing for their 2014 life, if you know what I'm saying. Good win for Chicago, but coming up next, we got another scenario almost like this one. The Pittsburgh Destroyers with home field, just like Chicago just had. They're looking to take a 3-1 series lead. Of course, the Tampa Bay Gators, the number 8 seed of the Eastern Conference. Huge underdogs looking to even that series up at 2. Knowing full well they'll have home field advantage in games 5 and 6. Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, next on CDL Live. Well, CDL fans, it is time for our last game of this August 3rd game day. Every game so far has gone into overtime. Again, maybe, who knows? The only win that Tampa Bay has gotten in this series did come in OT. They are on the road here in Game 4, looking to even the series up at 2 games apiece. Gregory Fox's Pittsburgh Destroyers, of course, with the home turf, looking to take that 3-1 series lead. Could be a curse that I just said, a curse. Of course, Gregory Fox's team looking for that 3-1 series lead. Tampa Bay trying to tie things up at 2 before going back to Game 5, which they'll have home turf. So if they can even the series up at 2, Games 5 and 6 on home turf, you kind of have to like Tampa Bay's chances from there. Pittsburgh, of course, hoping for different results. Let's find out what's going to happen, but first the lineups. Gregory Fox's Pittsburgh Destroyers, the number 1 seed of the East, Northern Division champions, and the number 8 seed of the East, Brandon Blackblood's Tampa Bay Gators. Let's get a look at these lines. Okay, here we go. Enzo 3 going to start things off for the Tampa Bay Gators. He'll be out there against What Jr. Game on. These cars go head-to-head. Both cars still up after that. And What Jr. seems to have like a little bit of a weight advantage, but Enzo 3 hanging in there with him, and he's going to be saved by an interference there. Almost 5-0, but it's scoreless due to an interference. And another interference will save Enzo 3. He's got to find ways to stay up. He's not going to be able to count on interferences repeatedly, even though right now it looks different, but they'll switch sides here after a clean collision, still on opposite sides. And What Jr. has the flip. 5-0. Pittsburgh in the lead, and here comes 47 Ronan. 47 Ronan good defensively, as is What Jr., but What Jr. is down. We are tied at 5 apiece. Green Blades now coming out there to battle 47 Ronan. Again, 2 good defensive cars going at it. Pittsburgh sending their defense first, and the interference actually saves 47 Ronan there. Both these cars going at it again. And another interference will save 47 Ronan. And Brandon might want to keep this cat scratching post as a souvenir if he wins this game, because it's saved 47 Ronin twice now. As his battle with Green Blaze continues here, and this time 47 Ronin using his defense, staying up yet again. Good match on hands. Gets from Lynn off the field here. Keep going at it, and this time it is a good flip. Came very close to an interference, but 47 Ronin is down. 10-5. Pittsburgh in the lead. Actually, we are going to review that. Was that just a reverse collision on that last collision? This one will be under review. If it was a reverse collision, folks, that means that flip is voided. It rarely happens in this league, but when you look at Green Blaze, that front and back end look exactly the same, and when we pulled him back, that back end was facing forward. This play is actually under review, our first review of the playoffs, and we can review because we can see where the smash off took place here. So we will be right back. As of right now, the score 10-5, but this one might be overturned. Alright folks, the play on the field is confirmed. It was a good call. He was facing forwards. Did a little turnaround there, as you probably saw in the review. It is a 10-5 game. Pittsburgh in the lead. Green Blaze looking to close this one out. They'll be out there against Phantom. Phantom trying to tie this one up for Tampa Bay. And here we go, and Phantom almost tied it up. Both Phantom and Green Blaze Jr. are down though. And now battle coming out for the Tampa Bay Gators. 15-10 Destroyers in the lead. Yellow Custom too, he's been a threat here in this series and been very good up against Battle. Battle needs to bring his A game. We'll find out what happens. Here we go. And the interference there is going to save Yellow Custom too. Both cars caught on the interference. They'll both go at it again. And this time another interference to save Yellow Custom 2. And this time Yellow Custom 2 on the receiving end of the punishment here, but he gets the game-winning flip that time. So interference is the story of this one. And this game is over. I think Green Blaze was just chilling here, was he not, or something like that, but neither car ran into him. But that one actually could be under review for that. If he was sitting right here, one more review, but as of right now, Pittsburgh has the win. This just looks so bad right now. Embarrassment for the league at the moment. Hope you're enjoying it though on CDL Live. Let's just get a review in right quick. Make sure Green Blaze was cleared off of the field. He can't be on there. So we'll get a look and we'll be back. Okay, folks, well, either it's getting late or I'm off meds that I'm supposed to be taking. I made the right call yet again. 15-10 the final score. The Destroyers get the win here in Game 4. They take a 3-1 series lead over the Gators with their 15-10 win. Next time on CDL Live, only 2 games to present to you. Going to be the Phoenix Firebirds on the road to take on the San Diego Lightning. That series close to an end, unless Phoenix has something to say about it. Of course, San Diego with home turf in Game 5, but I have a chance to close that one out. Hartford and Bradford also going at it. That series tied at 2. Both teams looking for that 3-2 series edge. That's all next time on CDL Live. Till then, peace.
Boom, here it is. Now raise your fist, get up on this. It's time to shine, get on your grind. You pick your line, it's smashing time. 4 cars, 1 dream on every team to go get them some Crash Bowl wins from east to west. Who do it best? The CDL dog, no contest.